The Tesla charging infrastructure is a very good reason to invest your hard-earned income in a Tesla, especially if you plan on travelling not only around Ireland, but throughout Europe as well. The company's supercharger network is extensive, reliable, and in ideal conditions you could feasibly charge the battery from 10 to 80% in less than 30 minutes. With a practical and reliable range, fast charging capability, and lots of space, the user-friendly onboard technology may be accessed mostly through the iPad-style touchscreen in the middle of the dash, but also through the use of voice control if you don't fancy taking your eyes off the road for too long. The Model Y will appeal to buyers who need to take care of family basics, be energy efficient, but who also want the new era vibe that Tesla brings with it. The long range can officially get around 530 kilometers on a charge, while the performance promises around 512 kilometers range. You'll probably get slightly less in the real world when having a little bit of fun. It has bigger wheels than the equivalent Model 3, with 19-inch rims on the long-range version as standard, and 20-inch wheels can be optioned if you really want, but they come at the price of comfort. The Model Y's dual motors are great at getting the power down in the long range with a 4.8 second 0 to 100 km/h time. The suspension is hard though, and those wanting a less performance style ride might want to look at something French for the ultimate in lazy or laid back suspension. It's very easy to judge just how much pressure you need to apply on the brakes in the Model Y, and this makes them very smooth and more pleasant than a performance car of this sort of time would manage. Obviously, the Model Y features more interior space than a Model 3. Its bigger dimensions mean the driver's seat lines up neatly with the pedals and the steering wheel for greater comfort, but it takes some manoeuvring to get it just right. The wheel itself isn't simple to adjust for reach and height, but you can use the touchscreen to play about with the controls from the wheel. The front passenger seats are power adjustable, while all 5 seats in the Model Y are heated. A driver profile function allows you to save seating and steering wheel positions, as well as personalising the infotainment and tech systems that you prefer to use. The Model Y's infotainment system is simpler to use than the one in, for example, an EV6, but it's still distracting to operate while driving. One notable omission from the Tesla system is smartphone mirroring for Apple and Android devices. However, you can still sync your phone using Bluetooth to make phone calls or play music stored in it through the punchy sound system. There is a lot of smart technology, and another really clever, handy feature is the locking and unlocking and turning on using your phone as a key. As long as you're logged into your car with the smartphone app, it will activate these functions once it detects your phone. You can also get a smart card with the same functionality, which would be handier to use when you need to loan the car to another driver. Once signed in with the Tesla smartphone app, the system is responsive and works well. It's still a distraction to use while on the move though, so Tesla has provided the smart voice control system. It displays your oral commands on screen to check the required action is correct before proceeding. The 15.4-inch landscape screen operates everything from the climate controls, audio, mirrors and opening the glove box, which does seem a little bit unnecessary. It seems unfortunate that Apple CarPlay and Android Auto aren't integrated, but the onboard system works perfectly well, and it provides seamless Spotify streaming as well as Bluetooth functions. Parked up, you can watch YouTube, play games and operate the numerous novelty functions. As is the way with Tesla, extra functionality must be paid for. For example, Tesla's autopilot system is included with the Model Y, although most of its functionality is only usable once extra payment has been made. The standard adaptive system works well enough if you prefer to save on the options. There are 2 wireless smartphone charging pads and 4 USB-C charging sockets, enough for everyone to top up their devices during short or long journeys. and the minimalist cabin has plenty of space. All passengers benefit from the light and airy cabin created by the full glass roof, and the tall roofline leaves plenty of headroom, while the completely flat floor gives rear seat passengers that extra level of comfort. Boot space is a whopping 854 litres, and the rear seats split 40-20-40. There's also a 117 litre frunk under the bonnet, and this stores cables and whatnot. For now, it's only available as a 5-seater, but could possibly come as a 7-seater in the future. Full self-driving allows the Model Y to make lane changes on its own. You just press the indicator. You can steer it into a parking space or even summon it on your smartphone using the app. So, if someone blocks you in the driver's door in a car park and you can't get back in, you can activate the app on your phone and safely move out of a tight space. We love Sentry Mode and the pet-friendly modes too. Sentry Mode uses the external cameras to start recording if someone tries to break in or if someone drives into your Model Y when it's parked up. The cameras will record the entire incident too. Turn on Dog Mode and the Tesla will keep the cabin temperature at a comfortable setting and leaves a note on the landscape screen to let others know your pet is okay. There really isn't much on the options list apart from metallic paint, alloy wheels, a tow bar, and the autonomous driving functions. In general, the Model Y comes extremely well spec'd, including aircon, adaptive cruise, vegan heated seats, electric tailgate and keyless entry, including the app via smartphone. Over-the-air updates and remote diagnostics help make smaller maintenance jobs more convenient, but they may leave some second-hand buyers left out of original owner options. A Model 3 may be cheaper, but it doesn't have as much space on tap.